Spider Monkey. Finding God with Spider Monkey. So, my name's Chris. Spider Monkey. Friends call me Spider Monkey. The thing I want to talk about is, my journey towards faith in God, which has been, I don't know how else to say, but fucking gnarly. I've been over there, like, cursing God and saying, gee, man, dude, why does all this stuff keep happening? I was saying it for months and months, in the face of immense blessings. Blind, right? I was being blessed. And a lot of times I was like, yeah, thanks, God. I see it. I get it. And just thank you. Right in the nick of time. And then all of a sudden, things stopped happening. Kind of. Not as fast, or maybe not as obvious, but I got crossed up. I left the church. I started seeing all kinds of, like, negativity, all kinds of, like, contradictions, and, like, I don't know, kind of ignorant, but I think, blasphemy and shit. It was bothersome, because what I was reading in the Bible, I wasn't seeing in the church. In fact, I was seeing kind of the opposite, and it was really starting to wear on my trust. Starting not to trust anybody, and that was hard, because I thought, you go to church, you go to Christ, you can trust the people that are there. Anyway, so I haven't had a good life. I've been I was a homeless kid, homeless teenager. That's it's a sentence. That's like going to hell. Might as well. You think about it. You're a teenager and you're homeless. And then say you're in your own town where all your friends and family see you, like, on the streets suffering. It was rough. It sucked. I'd always pray to God, and really didn't. My faith was checkered. I always say it. It's always been like cheesecloth. It's there, but you can see right through it, And that's coming from me, from my heart. That's what I know about, what I knew about, what I believed and what I trusted, which wasn't a lot. So, my family was, I don't know, suburban people. They a little bit of money, like work for the government, stupid bullshit like that. But they're like, always want to keep up with the Joneses, I guess, so to speak. Always gotta have like, good clothes, nice car, a house like everybody else's, tan, with a 2-car garage, and an HOA, right? So, I guess, I was there, and I felt the same way, comb my hair and shit, try to fit in at high school, but me, personally, I didn't. It's fucked up. My teeth were all, like, gnarly, and my chin was sucked back, and chubby cheeks, and people made fun of me, and they called me names and shit. It was fucked up. But nonetheless, after I cleared homelessness, teenage homelessness, and had a kid, I was still looking down on people. Like, if they didn't work as hard as me, they sucked. If they complained more than me, they sucked. If they got more than me, they sucked. Just always something wrong with everybody, right? So my friend says, I don't know the word, but basically she says, make that long story short. Not in those words, but that's what So anyway, I come to now where I live. You know, I got a little trailer out in the middle of nowhere in the desert. It's kind of cool. But so these travelers come in from other states to work out here at the power plant. And, you know, so for the most part, they're all pretty cool, and you know, all of them have more money than me. I'm broke, Social Security guy. Can't work a full day. I try. I do a lot. I do as much as I can to keep moving, but yeah, broke off. That'll be another story. Another spider monkey and friends. So I'm doing my laundry, and I go in the laundry room. These new people moved in, and I'd seen this lady that looked like the girl on Grudge, just like the hair all jacked up, gaunt and scary looking. Oh man, this a drug addict moved in here. Holy moly. You know, so I'm in the laundry room and they come in. It's that girl, her little baby, 2-year-old boy, and grandma. They're from somewhere else, but I was trying my best not to let them see that I had all these hateful thoughts running through my head, like, how freaking gross are they? What the fuck? Dude, don't look at me. You know, all kinds of stuff. And at one point, I turned around, looked down, and saw the little boy. He looked at me, and he did this with a big smile. Like, he was less than 2, but it was, man, that kid smiled at me like an angel. It lit me up inside, like, it lit me up, man. Like, the little guy, he had a power. So, keep it going. My buddy and I were practicing, you know, bike riding in the park, doing sprints and shit. And we see the little kid with his dad. Dad looks jacked up and, you know, doesn't say anything much, but all of a sudden the little boy runs up to me and gives me knucks. Right? And so me and Rob start talking to his dad and stuff, and I wasn't noticing he's on this fucked up Barbie dream Jeep trying to ride it and shit, and he can't, and he's all dirty and fucked off, like they haven't been taking care of him. And he was just, it was kind of it was tough a little bit, I ain't gonna lie, man. You know, but, and I kept wanting to say, these people are fucked. But for some reason, all of a sudden now, instead of being able to say that like I always had been, like I couldn't do it. So Rob says, Spider Monkey, we gotta get this kid a bike. He can't be riding a fucking Barbie dream Jeep. And I was like, oh yeah. Spring into action. You don't do shit like this. And like, gotta say, I'm on Social Security. I got no money at the end of the month, and we're around Thanksgiving, right? So I got nothing. But I found it. I found what I needed to get this bike. It's a little $100 bike. It didn't cost me $100. You know, Rob said, I'll go in halves with you on it. Well, you didn't have to, because it was $20. I just had to drive out and get it. No problem. Got it. Dropped it off on the kid's front door, right? And I'm thinking, man, I'm doing a good deed. Doing a good deed. They're gonna like me. They're gonna think I'm cool, and God's gonna like me because look what I just did. So anyway, over the next few months, he'd give him little Hot Wheels and stickers, and he'd run across and stay high and all this stuff. Well, toward the end, I started seeing Dad got a motorcycle instead of a car. It tripped me out. It's got nothing, and he gets a little motorcycle, a piece of shit. Well, he starts riding this kid out in the desert. It's under 2, wearing a diaper only, on the front of a motorcycle dirt bike, ripping through the desert at dusk for like almost a month. Well, I guess I had enough. The last time I saw them, they were ripping. Like, I raced bicycles. They were going fast. The kid fell. He was dead. Dead. Right? I didn't want to call the cops, you know? So I went over there and told him, dude, if I see you do that again, I'm calling the cops. And they're going to take your kid away. Well, me, I'm trying to, like, prevent that from happening, and that's what I said. And I guess the dude, felt like I was already calling the CPS and that they were going to come take the kid away. So the next day, him and mom decided to fucking come over and corner me. And, long story short, they're calling me a fucking pedophile. Because I had told him the night before, hey, I got photos of you ripping through the desert, dude. You need to stop, right? And I said that to make sure that, you know, he would be, oh, this guy's serious. I better stop doing that. Didn't get it. You know, so, and call me that name, I went after him. No, I'm fucked up, physically. I can't defend myself. But, you call me that name, I went after him. It got my ass kicked. Handed to me. I'm bleeding. My legs are bloody. Got knots all over my head. I'm thinking to myself, like, while the paramedics are looking at me and my friends over there telling me, talking, I don't remember what she was saying, but I was just thinking, why did this happen, God? You know, I never would have been nice to those people ever, right? Ever in my life. I went the exact other direction with these ones because of this little angel kid, right? And I ended up fucking beat down like a mother trucker. And that's just one thing that happened in the span of 2 months. My friend died like the next weekend. Government took a bunch of money from me. I'm on Social Security, so like, more money than I've ever spent since I've been on Social Security, the government fucking shanked. I've got no medical insurance anymore. They took that away, and that was why they took it. What else? Neck injury, pinched nerve, something for 2 months, man. My whole left arm is numb. Like I said, I couldn't defend myself in the battle. And then more. Car breaking down. Not able to find work. Like, all kinds of shit. Work that fits the parameters, because, you know, let's face it, kind of beat down. So I'm like, my faith is, now it's, you know, where I was strong, where I was confident, and my belief in God and my understanding of how he blesses us every day, and the things that he gives us when he gives it to us, and how, and what we use it, all that, right? But now I'm like, fuck, there's no God. No God, dude. What the fuck is this? On top, on mother truck, on top of all that bad shit that's happening, that worldly crap blowing up in my face, right? Like, there's all this fucking shit against the Bible, like social media, TV, everything that I'm seeing on the news is like pointing to other options and stating that, like, maybe that ain't true, dude. Injecting confusion to my heart, right? Oh, I broke. I'd been away from depression for like 3.5 years. No sign of it. Like, just tough. Going through shit, yeah, and feeling it, and maybe acting out a little bit sometimes, but not wanting to die. Not wanting to end it all. Not wanting to be done, right? Till then, till that happened, till the end, I wanted to go, and I didn't trust anybody. And a weird misunderstanding with a friend the night before a meeting with some other friends from another church. These people that I don't know what they're trying to talk to me, and that's a good thing, but I don't know why. Maybe they knew. Maybe God sent them. And they knew I was in trouble, because I was. Still am a little bit, but I mean, I'm getting past. At this point, the focus of this story, like, I painted the picture because I want you to see what happened. So I crashed. I reached out to my friend, and then my close friend was helping me here, but I reached out to my friend that brought me to God. Next time you're in trouble, because just 2 weeks prior, he called me and knew I was hurting. He said to call, so I did. And so I had this friend here constantly praying for me. My ears are always ringing, and it's because she's praying all the time. But now all of a sudden I got all my skater homies that I haven't seen for years, a couple years now, over there. There's like 3 of them. One I don't really know, and another one I kind of know. And then Billy and his new wife all praying the same day at the same time on my behalf. Long story short, the pain started going away. I got to go to the chiropractor, and he did very little, but the pain is almost all the way gone. The people picked up and moved. They went back to wherever they came from. Job's over. Right? I'm assuming that, like, I'll find my way back to work. At least I've got a plan, to drum up more for my little side gig. And then I'm back at a church, right? I am back at. They don't know. I don't give a fuck what they think, right? But that's where I'm gonna go. There's some fucking pieces of shit there. I ain't gonna lie. But what I found is there's fucking shitty people at every church. Some have more than others. Some have potential. Maybe. Well, we'll see. Now I'm gonna fucking start waiting. So I'm gonna start watching people instead of judging right off the bat, or going overboard the opposite direction. But here's what happened. So, coming to God, going to this church where everyone's trying to one up each other. I know more than you. All this weird shit. So that's when the confusion started. So I started trying to hit the books, trying to read as much as I could. Which, everyone, you might be saying, oh man, awesome, way to be, you're on fire, dude. Yeah, some people did. Some people were all like, yeah, way to be, yeah, you're reading a lot, yeah, I get it. But, find Jesus. What I learned a few minutes ago was, I always talk about overcompensating. It's a sign of weakness somewhere. By faith. In my mind, I don't believe that people value me as a person. I think they feel like I think they feel like I'm a piece of shit, like I'm totally below them and everything. So, in my haste to gain respect in this new town, right, amongst all these Christians, because only people that I go around are Christians, which is cool, I guess, but I don't know. Anyway, I want them to respect me and think and know that, hey, I'm different, even though they don't know my past at all. Nobody here knows me at all, but I still want to prove to them that I'm worthy. No, I don't even have to. I could say all kinds of stuff against my past, right? True, but um, I don't have to here. I don't even have to back home. Because who gives a fuck what they think? The old Chris is dead. Right? The old spider monkey died. Jesus saved me. Everything related to that old Chris is gone. So here I am reading the fuck out of the Bible. Like, we're reading chapters. Chapter and a half sometimes, Because in my mind, I was like, oh man, I gotta get through all this, dude. Nobody's gonna respect me. Nobody's gonna think I'm cool unless I freaking, read all these books. I gotta read the Bible, Old and New Testament. I gotta get it down. And in my mind, I'm like, well, I got it reading to me, and I'm reading. Man, I'm soaking it all in. And for a little bit, I was soaking in some shit. But for the amount that I was reading, you'd think I'd be soaking in this much. Soaking in like that much. Super little. And I wasn't getting anything because the confusion set in. I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? Because I'm reading so much I don't understand, and then I'm picking up on these little tidbits and fucking and picking up on them in the wrong context because I'm not taking my time and understanding what's going on. And here I'm saying, oh, everyone says when you're not getting blessed, it's because you're doing shit wrong. Studying wrong. Well, fuck those people. That's kind of cool, but they were right. They're always right. Nobody actually said that to me, but I mean, that's, a lot of people say that. If you're not getting blessed by God, you're fucking up. You're holding your mouth wrong, motherfucker. Okay? Right? So, here I'm trying to read all the books of the Bible. I'm trying to finish the Bible. I'm like, oh, I gotta get done. Well, finally got it. It doesn't matter what they think. And this kept going on in my head for like the last 6 or 8 weeks. It doesn't matter what anybody out there thinks in the world. The only person you need to impress, Chris, is God. Right? God. Didn't get a hold of it till, a little bit ago. 25 minutes ago. And in that, I'm going to slow the fuck down. Take it down. Don't overreact. Yes, you've been in hell for a long time, Chris. Because, like, I ain't gonna lie, man. I've been suffering since day one. Since I came out of my mom's belly. And I'm over here all, it's time, man. It's time. God, please. Where are you? Where's my blessings? Well, there's some stuff that I read right now because I've been talking for kind of a long time. I can't really, like, pick them all out. And then again, so I read Galatians 5 and 6. And instead of trying to go past, and try to read more, I went back. So I think I did them, I read them both like 3 times, 2 for sure, maybe 3, I can't remember. But anyway, it talked a lot about faith And it talked about, like, trying to fit in, I think is what it was saying in 13:5 about circumcision. It says, like, I'm gonna paraphrase. They say I'm gonna paraphrase it when they talk about the Bible and they're not speaking verbatim. I hear them say, I'm gonna paraphrase this. Basically, what I got was that if you chop off the head of your dick to be a Christian, right, it's not necessarily going to save you. Okay? It's not joining the club. It's not wearing the mark. It's your faith and love. If you're walking in the Spirit, you're golden. No need to fucking do stupid shit like that. No need to hate on yourself. I do. Man. But like I said, I'm still trying to work past. It's a hard thing to do, like me, like I said, faith like a cheesecloth, over there battling. This guy, I'm little guy. Been through hell in a handbag. But I never stayed down. Fought back continuously. So, there's where I feel like, there's where my unrealistic sense of entitlement comes from. Man, I fucking paid. It's time. God rewards you as you get it, right? So you're over there humping it, but you're not getting it, then you're not going to get it. Or you're going to get part of it, or you're not going to see it. Because you don't know what you need to know. You haven't seen the whole picture. So, I guess, to sum it up, I've always been against picking the scab for years now, since the AA days. But pick the fucking scab. Something bad happens to you, 4 or 5 weeks later, go back and look at it again with a clear head. Go back and look at it. Go look at where it started, and then go back a couple of verses, even farther, to see what you were doing before it happened, right? And then notice the chain of events, and notice how each time something popped up in that chain of events, you were spared. You were given grace. Whether you saw it or not, you're going to see. And in the end, you're going to know what you learned, right? What the lesson was. A lesson. Mine? Don't overreact, dumbass. I consider myself a horrible person, mean, hateful. I say I'm trying, but it's already done. The old Chris is dead. The old spider monkey's gone, dude. Right? So I am good. I don't have to think of myself as bad anymore. So I don't need to, overcompensate by, trying too fucking hard. Go with the flow. Let God teach you. Had I just smiled back at the kid and gave them quarter, it's just something I never would have done before, everything would have been fine, probably. I went above and beyond, thinking, I'm gonna get more points, man. I'm gonna get blessed. Where was I thinking? In the flesh, of the flesh. Thinking of myself, not of the kid. It says, When you walk in the spirit, not in the flesh, you get rewarded. Right? You walk in the faith through trials and tribulations. You get stronger and you get rewarded. The rewards may not be what you fucking think they're supposed to be, but they're massive nonetheless. And so, it's a little glimpse to what's going on with Spider Monkey and friends. They're all in bed. My puppy dogs. So, and God. It's fun. This is only the second. This is the first time I've actually done something positive, like in regards to myself, my journey in God. For the first time the other day, I did like a little video, a test video of cooking with Spider Monkey and friends. But I mean that's fun. But I don't know if this video can help anybody out there, like with some shit that they're going through. That'd be amazing. I don't want to hear about it. Okay, I don't want to know. That's between whoever is touched and God, not Spider Monkey and friends. If you like this video, go ahead and pop a like, leave a comment in the comment section, like thanks or nice job. That's about it. Share it. You know. Anyway, my message is from God. You've been with Spider Monkey. This has been Spider Monkey and Friends. Peace.